Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's good to have you with us. I hope that you are well. I'm just quickly getting set up. Right, we are going to be coloring in Rita Berman's Die Welt, unter lupe, lande, and I am continuing with the chipmunk page, the illustrated page here. And as you can see, I haven't been able to really get to much more, but we're going to carry on with this page. I'm thinking we'll do the chipmunks, so I'm just going to quickly pull up a photo so I can see what colors they are, and then we can plan some of these beautiful colors. So I'm thinking we've still got quite a few of the same colors. I am going to be using the Black Widow pencils. So if you have Black Widows, you can grab those out if you're coloring along with me. Right, so I'm definitely thinking I'm going to carry on using the rusty, possibly even the gold dust, maybe the stink bug, castle, and we'll go in with some of the Huntsman, quite like that for its shadows. And then I need some more grays, so right now I've just got the Monarch shadow, but I might need to pull in some medium gray, so I'm just going to get that quickly. So I did get time to color in over the weekend, but I really didn't want to color in Rita Berman books. I wanted to color in Jasmine Beckett-Griffith. So I was able to complete a page in there, which is part of why I'm taking so long to finish this beautiful double page spread. And now I'm looking for a gray pencil, and it's not here. Okay, never mind, I'll use a different gray. Maybe some coal, and no, oh dear. I don't know what to do. Alright, we'll just put it next to me and we'll just see how we go. We'll just have to wait and see. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Dragon Gold Dust. I'm going to come onto this guy here, and we will give him like a base color and then build up the colors from there. So we'll move him around, swap sides. Okay, let's see. So I'm not going to layer a very heavy color, because if I go too heavy with the gold dust, it's going to make the fur come out a bit too yellow, and that's going to be counterproductive. Then around this eye here, going down into that stripe and hang on. So you gotta kind of follow it, going down into here, maybe a bit into there. That's going to be more grey, so we want this Monarch shadow. Now I'm using a very light color. So right now I'm mapping my picture. So I have there. And then we'll carry on with that base layer. Excuse any background noise, the family is getting ready for bed, so hubby's putting the boys to bed. And we have quite a creaky upstairs floor. So when they walk, you can hear the stomps. Let me zoom you in a bit more, give you a better view. So I hope you've all had a really good weekend, good start to the week. I really am trying to work out in my mind what background color to use. I want it to be quite a dark background, but I'm not sure yet whether to go for a green feel or if I should go for a more blue background. I just think here. So what I'm going to do is do both of these chipmunks at the same time. So they will get done quickly if we do it that way. And then once I'm finished with this color along series, I thought it would be good to go back to Inktense pencils. And if we go back to the Inktense pencils, we can maybe go back to a Kirby page. I also saw on Instagram a really interesting take on, you know, when they take coffee and they splash coffee onto a page, a coloring page or a drawing, and then they do the artwork within the coffee spill. So I saw somebody take watercolor paints onto a portrait they'd colored, drawn, and what they did is they randomly picked the colors of the rainbow and applied it to their drawing, and then they shaded in those areas, and it actually turned out really, really pretty. So I thought it could be quite fun to do a video like that. It will either be a success or it will be a fail. So, and the idea wouldn't be to try and layer up skin tones over whatever watercolor you use. The idea would be to stay within those colors. So it looked interesting. Might be a fun project to do. And then our grey. Right, so now we'll just build up these colors. So this is the stink bug, which is in the spider set. Da, da, da. So clearly today I'm in the mood for layering. Of course, if you don't fancy layering, you just have a quick look at your reference photo and just see where is your midtones, your shadows and your highlights. And then we'll come down here and we'll sort of follow the same principle. I suppose if you wanted to do the fur realistically, you could. But I'm just going to shade just the highlights, the shadows, the midtones, build the colors up. I'm not going to really worry about realism. I don't think it's necessary with Rita Berman's style of pictures. So if you have the new Africa book, let me know in the comments or the chat what you think of it. Do you like it? I've heard some people saying that it's her best one yet. I have mine on my wish list in Amazon, so hopefully I'll get the new Africa book soon, and then I will do a full flip through on the channel. But I deliberately stopped watching the flip throughs on other channels because when I was watching, I found myself having quite an emotional reaction, and I thought actually I'd rather keep my response to the book unfiltered when I do my own video, because I just thought it would make it more personal than sitting and having a good going down memory lane by myself. So yeah, I'm gonna get that soon and do that up on the channel, which will be really fun. But then I thought I'm really hoping she's done a Mozambique section. If she has, please don't let me know. I really want to be surprised. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get that book soon and I can carry on. But some things are just, you know, really nice to just be surprised and enjoy without really watching it by someone else. If it was any other book, I would happily watch and support all the other videos that are so beautifully done. I wanted to keep that one kind of like special and different. Okay, so now I'm going on to Monarch Rusty, which is MN122. Oh, excuse me. So the kids and the family and I, we've all been watching Star Wars. We recently got Disney Plus again, and we've only got it for about 3 months, and then the subscription will lapse. And we've been watching and catching up on the Star Wars series, so Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, and we've just finished watching Ahsoka. So it really has got me going, oh, I need to get Kobe Rosanna's Alien Worlds, and I can colour in some aliens. And yeah, so that's something we've been watching. What TV series have you all been watching? And what books are you reading? I'm still plodding my way through Game of Thrones, and I'm also reading a book set in World War II, very well written. I'm just reading it very slowly, so I'm not actually giving the book much justice, to be honest. And then I've been watching as many coloring videos as I can, so I can see the beautiful colored pages for September, and also been looking at different ways I can do autumn themes. So I thought maybe that could be a fun thing to do on the channel. Let's just create some autumn themes. Oops, sorry, I have gone out of the screen. Sorry about that. Let's move it back in. It's rather difficult to watch where I'm coloring, make sure I'm on screen and communicate at the same time. It really is an art form with doing videos. And then on the weekend, my older two boys, they completed one of their Scouts hiking events, so they did really, really well. We were very proud of them. And the youngest one is creating his own comic and wants mommy to color with him. So we've been doing that. But yeah, just everyday stuff, you know, same as many people. I've never seen a chipmunk in real life. I think they're more North American. I don't actually know if you get chipmunks in Europe. I've had to go back to using my thermos cup to keep my coffee warm. I've become notorious for forgetting it, and then I end up having a really cold drink. You end up sometimes heating it up in the microwave 2 or 3 times in a morning or in the afternoon, and then I get fed up, so I throw it down the drain and make a new one and repeat. It's almost like the back of a shampoo bottle. Make coffee, drink, repeat. Make coffee, heat, drink, attempt to drink, let it go cold, repeat. So I use a thermos now to try and keep it warm. Don't worry about it too much in summer. I tend to go more for cooler drinks in summer. So I've been quite surprised at my colouring experience in Jasmine Beckett-Griffith books. I got the book because I really wanted to challenge myself, and I really love her. Jasmine Beckett-Griffith is really good at creating atmospheres in her paintings. So it's very dramatic, and but she's also quite smart with her choice of colours. So when I got the book, I was very pleased because I could practice colouring unusual backgrounds or colour combos that I wouldn't normally think about. And then I could also reference her original paintings. Anyway, I'm very surprised though at how I tend to want to colour her books when I'm in a particular mood, and it's generally if I'm feeling a bit down or disheartened, or for lack of a better way of putting it, in a more of a darkish mood. And then I sit down and colour in her books, and yeah, they actually make me feel better. I think because I switch off, and what I've been doing is using her artwork to copy from, and then because that's how I taught myself to sketch when I was younger, is I would actually copy DVD covers, especially the animated covers, or I would use my mom's fake flowers and do my own versions of still life. And I find I work and learn quite well through the act of copying, and it's not to take credit away from other people's works, it's just how I've learned to teach myself. So leaning onto an artist's original painting and learning how to implement or match their colors or match their technique from what I can see, I find it really helpful. And eventually my brain kind of switches off, and I start to process whatever mood I'm in. So that whole mindful aspect of colouring kicks in, which is, I'm finding at the moment, really helpful. But I've decided that instead of, trying to get myself into a better mood before colouring, or instead of any of those sort of things, I'm trying to just really embrace where I'm at and work with it. Hi Penny, how are you? Thanks for joining. So yeah, so if you are into colouring based on your mood, let me know how it helps you. I mean, there are definitely, as far as I know, there are studies, and there is something to be said for art therapy and the benefits of colouring really are there. I think there have been studies on it as well. I stand to correction, but I do think there have been studies showing that coloring benefits and how it helps people. I'm glad you're well, Penny. How is your coloring going? What have you been coloring? So now I'm going to deepen up my shading so that it doesn't look too pale, and I'm going to work on pushing this tone. Oh, lovely, mythographic voyage, lovely. Which page are you coloring? I don't know what to do with this circle here. I mean, is that supposed to be cheek? I don't know what that is. So I'm also looking at broadening out my collection of Neocolor 2s. So if any of you use Neocolor 2s and have collected more of the colors over the years, let me know which colors you think are a must-have. Oh, I love that page. I really want to do that page as well. Yeah, no one's talking today. It's a watching video apparently. It is a very quiet chat, but it's okay, you know. It's a come and as you are. If you feel like chatting, chat. If you don't want to chat, that's okay. I will do my best to talk and keep the live interesting. I can't promise that I will talk for 2 hours though. I lack that skill, and my personality is not that good for just constant talking. But I am going to give it a good shot. But yes, coming back to that mythographic voyage page with the girl and the pumpkins, I really want to do that page this autumn, and well, hopefully this autumn, definitely during an autumn. And I'm trying to work out the colors in my head, because I'm thinking I want to, yeah, I want to make it quite like rich in color. I haven't really worked it all out quite yet. I think it's a great fall page though. I was almost thinking like a purple background. Hi Pickle, how are you? Yeah, purple would be pretty. And I really want to make that like stuff coming out the pumpkins have like a magical type look to it, but I'm not yet sure on what color. But it's okay because sometimes it's just not the right time to do a page, or sometimes, you know, you start a page and as you're coloring it, it all comes together. Right, so I want to try and darken up some of these bits here, but I might bring in a bit of black if I can find it. There it is. So are any of you going to be colouring in Hannah Carlson's Tales from the Witch's Cottage? That seems to be quite a autumnal Halloween type book. People enjoy colouring at this time of the year. I saw someone's picture from that book on Instagram. I think it was a snail. It was really beautiful. Very dramatic and vibrant. Hi Leslie, how are you? How was your weekend? How's your week been? Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could do a page really pretty. Which page would you want to color? Oh, fair enough. You haven't decided it. Fair enough. You get some books where, I don't know about you, but I page through them and I'm like, oh, I like that page and I like that page. And I end up liking so many pages, or I think the artwork is just so pretty, I end up psyching myself out of coloring. But I find I get like that with, I think it's Kanoka Ikusa's books, and oh, there's a few others. I'd have to think about it. Oh, I'm sorry you're tired, Leslie. I'm glad you're well, though. Are you planning on, or are you going to be able to get some rest later on? Oh, cool. I'm glad you're having a half sit down and a half lie down now. At least you're resting. Right, what else do I need in here? Maybe some pink. All right, let's go for a delicious pink, because I think the ears need to be a little bit pink. Like a fleshy pinky kind of color. No, apparently in here. Okay, I'm back on my reference pictures. No, they need a brownish pink. Oh, and the tail has greys in it. Okay, seriously. I should not be looking at reference photos. Okay, never mind. Right, we'll just do it like this then. I need to remember, mouse ears and some cat ears are pinky inside, like a rabbit's ears, especially if they're white. But the chipmunk's ears need to be more brown. You look at reference photos all the time. I love reference photos. All right, let's see if we put a bit more grey in here. I remember there was one time I was doing fur on a mouse, and I was trying to make the mouse like brown, and I ended up making him really, really orange. So I learned that if I wanted to soften the orange look, I needed to just use grey and almost glaze the grey over, and it would just help. So that was interesting to learn. Leslie, did you come right with that background in the forest picture from last week? Oh, lovely. I'm glad you posted it and you came right. I'm going to go snoop on your channel now quickly. I want to see how it turned out. Was it your toadstool page? One from the mythographic, because that is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. You should be very proud. It's really pretty. Really like it. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, I'm going to move on to the other chipmunk because I'm not really sure what more to do on this one. And scooch it up. There we go. I was just picking up my pencils. I'll try and make this chipmunk slightly different. No two chipmunks are the same. Hi Bee, how are you? How was your weekend? There was a weekend. All the days seem rolled into one. Oh dear. Have you been busy? It sounds like you've been super busy. You're trying the opposite. Well, that's a good thing then. I really hope that October has been a better month for you. I find September is often quite a busy month. Everything seems to kick up again. You've got the change of seasons. We've got another family birthday this month, so in a couple of weeks I'll be doing birthdays again. Oh, I also saw on a YouTube channel, I try to remember whose channel I saw it on. Crystal Vogels has got another coloring book, and this one is themed for winter. So there's quite a lot of winter pages, there's Christmas pages. So yeah, I actually thought I'll bookmark it because I really do like her artwork, even though I'm not really coloring it much. It'd be nice to have. And when I looked at the flip through, there seemed to be quite a lot of pages for you to practice wood grain, snow. Yeah, wood grain and snow. And the paper in her books are really good. I mean, you can use a variety of mediums on there. Everything is in, I think it's in German. It's either in Dutch or German. And she has the stories on the one side and the pictures on the other. But you could use Google Translate to translate the stories. It's a really cute page. I am so grateful for thermos cups. Coffee stays hot for a good few hours. So I noticed last year for Christmas, Arteza had brought out a advent calendar. Now I did try and see if I could have a look at their advent calendar already, but I don't think they've released 2023 Christmas advent calendar, and I'm not sure if Arteza is going to release it again or if it was just a promotional thing for last year. But I am going to be keeping an eye out for that and seeing when they and if they do release another advent calendar, how much it costs, and whether or not it would be a good idea to buy one and actually see what is it like and what kind of products they include in their advent calendar. So I'm hoping, if not by the end of October, hopefully towards November, early to mid-November, they'll start advertising it, because they either had a 12-day advent calendar or a 24 one. Hi Yana, how are you? Oh, okay, you said you got a text showing the new advent calendar. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Yana, you don't have the Unter books. Which Rita Berman books do you have? Oh, lovely. You have all but Africa. I haven't ordered the new Rita yet. I am stalling on saying yes to Amazon. I've got it in my Amazon basket. I just need to just get over myself and just click buy. I do this some months, or sometimes I will be watching YouTube videos and looking at everybody else's beautiful coloring book collections, and I'll get a bee in my bonnet and I'll go, oh, I want that one, oh, I want that one, and pop it into my Amazon basket, and the next thing I know, I have bought a whole lot of Amazon books or coloring books from Amazon. But then the opposite will happen. I will go onto my Amazon wish list, find the books I really actually do want to buy, and put them in my Amazon basket, and then I will stall. And I'll take forever to just press the buy button, which is really silly because there is really nothing stopping me from just clicking buy, except I'm just, for whatever reason, stalling. So I'm just being silly. I need to get over myself, and I just need to buy my Rita Berman book. Hello, Bamboo Cat. How are you? Thank you. I'm glad you liked the page. Oh, okay, Yana. So it isn't available on Amazon US yet. Oh, that's a bummer. Hopefully it will be soon. I know, as far as I'm aware, it is available on UK. I think some of the other European Amazon sites. Alternatively, the people who are getting their copy either got it on a pre-order and then it's come to release, or they were sent the copy. I'm not really sure how it works. Oh wow, Jan or Feb, that's really late. Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Hi Carly, how are you? Thanks, I'm glad you like the chipmunks. Alright, I want my black pencil now. You have to live to 106 to color all the books you already have. Yeah, I hear you. There is no ways I'm going to color every single page in all of my coloring books. It's a pity we can't get paid to colour. Imagine colouring and brings in all that you need to live, and you can just colour. That could be fun. What colour are chipmunk noses? Let's go have a look. Oh, okay, so their noses are pinky colour. Oh, there you go. We can do their noses fleshy pinky colours. Yay! You do that too. Clicking buy is tempting. I have wanted to buy from Amazon Japan for the longest time. I just need to do it. You and me both, Leslie. I still want to try Amazon Japan, but I haven't even set up an account with them yet. I think I'm just stalling. I'm holding a lot of pencils. Yes, I do this. Those are the pencils I've used for the chipmunks. Oh, sorry, I'm getting my head in the camera. Oh, you've got an abandoned, injured baby squirrel. How are you looking after it remotely? Oh gosh, yes, Leslie. The shipping costs are ridiculous. I mean, from whether it's to Australia, New Zealand, or to the States, I don't understand why the shipping is so expensive. I really don't. I'm glad you all hold many pencils too. Okay, so those are the two chipmunks, which just leaves a whole lot of leaves and more tree trunk. Okay, I'm going to zoom you out just a wee bit. There you go. Alright, so that's how it's looking. I might come here and start playing with these acorn tops. I'll just scoot you to the side. Well, maybe we'll come and do the bugs. They need to be red. Oh, okay, you're throwing seed and that's out the window. Cool. I hope the baby squirrel recovers. Okay, so I want to do red bugs because I've got the red cherry thingies over here. So bringing red down here would be handy. Okay. I'm going to zoom you in onto these bugs so that you're not so far away. Oh no, blind in one eye. Oh, poor thing. Let's make this into like a gem. I'm thinking I will do these patterns white. So out of the Japanese books, which ones do you feel are a great addition to a coloring book collection? Ah, the Yuri Mouse book. Ken Matsuda. Cool. I do like the Yuri Mouse book. I like the pictures. I've seen people color in it. Oh wow, that is sad that most of the baby squirrels don't go off onto their own, into adulthood. That is very sad. Hi Meryl, thank you, merci. This should really be on here. Yeah, it's a pity that that is how the life circle works, isn't it? I suppose that's why squirrels have quite a few litters per year. Does anyone know the life cycle of chipmunks? Right, so I think I'm going to leave these all white, or I might take a gold gel pen. And then I maybe do like gold gel pen on these. So here I'm going to do red, and then I think inside the circles I'll do like a green of some sorts. Oh, okay, so they hibernate. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Kali squirrels love avocado. That's exotic. Oh, B, you're lucky they don't touch strawberries. My squirrels and the I think it's the blackbirds. They eat my strawberries and my cherries, so I don't end up having much of those. But I don't mind. I'll grow. I'm happy to grow my strawberries, and the nature can have them. Oh, thanks, Yana. I'm glad you like them. I'm working on trying to just stick to the pencils I've brought out and not bring out any new ones. Okay, I think I might go to some leaves now. I'm getting a little stuck. Could do some more of the acorn tops. Maybe we can weave in some greens and some grays. Let me have a look. Yeah, you can get green acorn tops, so we might do that. Like a mixture of green and grey. Let's see. Let's see how we go. So I'm just really using the same pencils I did last week, but I'm just trying to interpret them differently. Yep, sorry, I've got you out of the frame. There we go. You're making eyes symmetrical on a pumpkin. Okay. Are you coloring in a pumpkin? Are you drawing a pumpkin? Or are you carving a pumpkin? I can believe that it's really tricky to make eyes symmetrical. I've just realized this is part of here. So that is a banister of sorts, which means this, I need to go back to my video and see what color combination I use for here and do that over here. So there you go, I missed something. Never mind, we'll fix it. You're painting a real pumpkin. Wow, well done. Hi Emily, how are you? What colors are you painting your pumpkin? I am very intrigued. Yana is going in and out, trying to decide what plants to bring inside. And Emily's planning on painting pumpkins tomorrow. I didn't know you could paint pumpkins. So I knew people carved pumpkins. I didn't know you could paint them. You can see I don't do much around fall. So seasonal stuff, how do I put it? So seasonal decorating, seasonal coloring, that anything like that it wasn't something that we were kind of raised to do or taught to do. So the only seasonal coloring I do is Christmas and sometimes autumn. But I don't know if it's because of culture. South African culture, we don't really do decorating per season or per event per se. And I never actually met anyone who carved pumpkins. So I think it might just be a cultural thing. Hence why I'm so intrigued. You're painting the pumpkin like Jack Skellington's face. Oh, wow. Okay. Well done to you. I don't even know who Jack Skellington is. I'm actually Googling it right now. Wow. Oh, cool. So I'm learning something. Well, I just applaud you, Cully, for even trying. It's quite an endeavor you've got. Interesting. Okay, Lazy, so you would make a cross or animals. Yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween either. Personal preference. I've told my kids that they are they can celebrate Halloween if they choose to when they're adults, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with them or for them. Because when they're adults, I don't have a say in what they do. Yeah, I saw it was linked to a Christmas and all of that, because I did a quick Google on it. I'd probably have to read up on it on Wikipedia. So then, Carly, is your pumpkin going to be part of like your costume, or are you going to use it more as decoration? Oh, okay, just as decoration. Oh, that's cool, Leslie. You'd go to a church harvest festival instead. For right or wrong, that's what you did. I don't know if it really boils down to a right or wrong. I think, it's just people following what they feel is best. Oh, that's cool, Carly. You're doing it for the fun of it. And you're painting rocks. One like a pumpkin and two skeleton. Cool. Halloween wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. I think it became more of a thing as I got older, and by that time, and it also wasn't something my parents really focused on. But by the time it started growing a bit more popularity in South Africa, I was probably already in my teens. And being a sensitive person in those sort of things, it just doesn't gel with me. So, I mean, my boys, the older ones especially, I've tried to teach them to just kind of gauge for themselves what feels comfortable, what doesn't feel comfortable. But yeah, even when I go down to the shops, I don't do well in shops with Halloween decorations and all of that, just because I'm just sensitive about it. Oh wait, actually I'm using the wrong color. I wanted to use Oyster. Oopsie. Right, there we go. So I want to kind of give this like a greenish look, but not a bright green. Like, I want it bright but slightly grayish at the same time. One of my all-time favorite religious artists or Christian artists came out with a Christmas album just recently. So the other day I was coloring and listening to Christmas music before, way before Christmas. Normally I only start listening to Christmas music from about end of November, then all the way through December, and then I try and stop in January, so my poor husband doesn't have to listen to Christmas music longer than he should, because he's not a Christmas fan, and I love Christmas. So that's kind of our compromise. But you know, Christmas, well, that sort of stuff makes me happy. So you got to do what makes you happy. Alright, so there's a acorn. Oh, Leslie, it was Michael W. Smith. Does my husband like my colouring? Yes, he does. He is also very supportive and very, very sweet. He will happily give me a few minutes to show him my latest completed page. He's very good to me. And I really appreciate it, because I don't, other than the channel, I don't really have anyone to share it with. So I'm just grateful he's happy to let me show it to him, and he, yeah, he looks and he listens and he's supportive and encouraging. So how do I cope with the gory images during the season? I scroll very, very quickly away from them. And my whole skin will crawl, and it's like, oh, okay, quickly, move away. If there's too many, I actually try and limit how much I go onto social media. Because yeah, depending on how well the pictures have been colored, will determine how much of a reaction I have internally. But I do honestly try to not impose that onto other people, because I have met a lot of different people from either non-religious or religious backgrounds who, you know, enjoy Halloween and that sort of thing. So I do try to be thoughtful of that and just own my stuff. But yeah, I scroll through really quickly. At the moment, so far, the images are okay. They're not creeping me out too badly, but I am keeping a close eye on it, because I think the closer we get to Halloween, the creepier the pictures are going to get. I mean, I went into the works last week, and right in the entrance there were, you know, the Halloween books, and I just look at that and immediately my skin will crawl up. So then I just try walk very quickly past, go to wherever I need to go, and then kind of walk quickly out. And it's the same in town with the Halloween decorations. If there's shops that are really heavily decorated, I tend to try and go and do what I have to do quickly and remove myself. Yeah. Oh, Christmas is lovely. Yeah, I don't watch live streams with Halloween stuff, so I'm currently watching someone color in a autumnal background, and I think there was another one with pumpkins. So like those I'll watch, but if it starts going onto the actual Halloween pictures, and I tend to just not go near there. Oh gosh, yeah, here you be. Disclaim, or like a disclaimer. Watch at your own risk. Oh my goodness, a 12-foot skeleton in their front garden. Ow, that would creep me out too. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, there goes my head again. I'm leaning too close. I'm hoping this year I'll actually come right and take the boys up to London to go see all the Christmas lights. I quite like doing that, and then if I remember where the candy shop is, go past and buy some candy, and we can eat some candy while walking Regent Street and Oxford. I think it's Oxford Street. Definitely Regent Street. And looking at the beautiful Christmas lights. And then of course there's Elf on the Shelf. So what I should be doing is already starting to think of different Elf on the Shelf ideas. Oh yeah, B, when Instagram sends you stuff you aren't even following, yeah. Oh, Yana, that sounds really interesting. You got an entire street with every house done up for Halloween. Wow. Oh, wow, okay. So that street's pretty famous for how extensive the decorations are. Well, that's cool. I've heard about that for, like, the lights going more towards, I think, Christmas. You get the streets full of the houses full of lights and all sorts of things. I didn't realize they did that for Halloween as well. I can see how people who are interested in Halloween would find it really cool. I can imagine it would be fun to go up one side of the street and then back down. Yes, Kali, there are a lot of elf on the shelf ideas on Pinterest. Well, it's cool, Diana. It's cool that you have a street where you can enjoy the Halloween decorations. I think I might use gel pen on some of these and just really pretty it up with gel pen. I do have a Christmas tree. It is a artificial Christmas tree, a bit scrawny in my opinion. I'm carrying on a tradition I grew up with where I let the boys decorate the tree. So I've got all sorts of decorations. Some of them are handed down to me from my husband's mom. Others are things I've accumulated over the years. So I tend to have a mixture of colors, but then I let the boys choose which decorations to put up. So I think it was last year, my eldest decided he wanted the Christmas tree themed with the lights. So they went for green, blue, and gold decorations. But no, I'm not very good at theming Christmas trees. Okay, so the houses hand out buckets and buckets of candy for the kiddos. Yeah, I've heard trick-or-treating is quite a popular part of Halloween. You kind of lose your mind for Christmas decorating. And Leslie would rather celebrate Reformation Day on the 31st or make a door cake. Cool. Oh, okay, cool, Carly. You want to do a gingerbread theme. I'm going to have to do these leaves orange and then that one green. Yeah, we've already got our homeschool co-op busy looking at planning the gingerbread houses we make annually together with the kids. So I think I end up normally with about 3 gingerbread houses, and I try and make sure at least one of them is gluten-free so that I can scoff down gingerbread. Okay, I quite like this combination, so I'm going to bring that up here. Okay, so Reformation Day is linked to Martin Luther's 95 Theses. I didn't realize it was on the 31st of October. I'm sure I heard about it, it just didn't click. So, yeah, Martin Luther, he was grieved by the aggrieved by the activities of the Catholic Church, especially the sale of indulgences as penance. So they were selling indulgences to the church or the congregation, to tell them, like, all right, here you go, buy these things and you will be able to go to heaven. Your sins will be atoned for. But they were just kind of using it to get money off people. So Martin Luther, if I remember my church history correctly, he also ended up reading some of the Bible and realized that whilst the Catholic Church taught that we had to perform really, do certain things, be good, that was a way that we would get our sins forgiven and go to heaven. Martin Luther read in Romans, the book of Romans, that faith, the just shall live by faith, so that salvation was more faith. So he ended up writing 95 Theses and basically kind of showed that the Catholic Church was not really behaving very nicely, and they were taking advantage of the lay people. So Reformation Day celebrates those 95 Theses and the start of the Reformation. I think it was the Protestant Reformation. Very, very interesting and significant part of history, because not long after that, the Protestant movement moved and grew, and then by the time you had King Henry VIII, within UK history, there was a big push. There was a bit of quite a lot of tension between the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church. And during King Henry VIII's time, he decided to go Protestant instead of Catholic, and he broke away from the Catholic Church. I think there were a lot more political reasons associated with that as well. So yeah, I could go on about history, but for the sake of colouring, I won't. Right, now I need to work out what to do with these decorative things, but I don't know. I think this one, I'll do this grey here. Oh yes, of course, he translated the Bible into the common language for the Germans. I think he also started the Lutheran denomination, or the Lutheran denomination of the Christian Church also started after him or around that time. I can't quite remember. We're slowly making progress on this picture at least. I have to tell myself it is a double page spread, so it will take a little bit longer. Okay, cool, Leslie. Yeah, there were many important figures before and after him. Oh no, please don't apologize. I really don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It's nice to sometimes talk about those sort of topics. I don't often get to talk about them. I must say these Black Widow pencils, they really do a pretty darn good job in these Rita Berman books. I really am impressed with it. I think the next coloring page I do in a Rita Berman book should be with Castle Arts, because I'm pretty sure that the Castle Arts work quite well on here as well. And I also saw in one of the coloring Facebook groups I'm in, a couple of people were asking about pencil conversion charts and all of that, because so many tutorials and color alongs are with Prismacolors, and not everybody wants to color with Prismacolors or enjoys Prismacolors. So oh no. I think there's a delay between what I say and what you'll hear. So really don't stress. It's totally cool. I think we are almost done for the night. At some point I will finish these leaves. I don't know when I'm going to get to finishing these leaves. There are so many that still need to be colored. Okay, I'm going to zoom out and let you see what we've done, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we did a bit more, and it's slowly getting there. I really need to prioritize coloring more of those leaves. All right, everyone, thank you so much for chatting with me, for sticking around and sharing with me all things about Reformation, Halloween, Christmas, coloring, all sorts. So really appreciate you, really value you, and I hope you have a really good week ahead, and I will see you next week for another part on this page. Take care, everyone, and happy coloring. Bye for now.